Are COVID-19 free festivals a possibility? Maybe. Perhaps just not the way you think. I'm Diogo from White Future, and this is my really quick hot take on the state of festivals. So long story short, festivals are getting canned again. For example, Q-Dance already cancelled events like Capital, as well as the big DEF CON 1 weekend. But are we really going to have a 2020 version to this year? Maybe not. We can probably have COVID-19 free festivals, just not the way you think they'll be. As some of you may recall, I've already written quite an extensive opinion article on this early in the year regarding what you can expect for festivals, and I touched a bit upon the subject I'm going to talk about. Basically, IDMT, who is known for brands like Sensation, Tomorrowland, Thunderdome, Q-Dance, B2S, is working on a way to make festivals possible during the pandemic, relying on rapid corona tests and an app where test results get registered, and that will allow or deny you entrance to the events. So this is being done in collaboration with Phil Live Events, and they're preparing two festivals with 1,500 person each on the Walibi Holland. So according to our friends at Hard News and Dutch media like Drijver 12, it seems like IDMT did get the permission for this, and as far as I understood, my Dutch is a bit bad, they will tag people in the entrance to figure out where the biggest gatherings occur, and figure out how they can organize bigger festivals and avoid mass concentrations of people in places like bathrooms, for example. So due to these constraints, and given the bad corona situation all over the world, I wasn't really expecting the organization to get a permit for such a thing so early. So in the end, I think this is good news. This is basically what we've been wishing for months already. So although we may not get the festivals we want this year, all of them, we may at least get something. But the question now is, would you go to these events? Would I go? That's kind of a tough question to answer because this puts us a bit in a careful what you wish situation. I think for myself, would I feel safe there? Like most people, I've not been vaccinated yet, and quick tests aren't the most accurate thing that exists right now. There are many other tests that are more precise in detecting corona. So we may run into cases where infected people are actually allowed entrance. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how these experiments go. I'm pretty confident that they'll go well in the end for everyone. So these issues I mentioned are precisely why bigger festivals still cannot happen. So logistics needs to be figured out, both for testing people and how to place things inside venues. And infected people may be allowed entrance due to false negatives, as I mentioned, which brings us to indoor events. So although IDMT wants to run the same model indoors, at the Ziggo Dome for example, events like Capital and Exclusive Future Noise were postponed again, because there's a far worse chance of one single infected person infecting a higher percentage of people around him when indoors. So before we figure out what to do indoors to avoid spreading COVID, we've got to figure out what to do outdoors. Some countries like the UK are proposing reopening nightclubs actually with this very same model of rapid testing. But as the UK Prime Minister said himself, there are a lot of things to figure out before that happens, and the logistics of large gatherings is one of these things. Nevertheless, some progress for live events. Good news after all. So are you hopeful of being able to attend any festival this year or any live event? Let us know in the comments. In the meantime, take care and stay safe.